What's going on, family? As King Drop would say, peace and power. He got me saying that. Shout outs to King Drop. Shout out to Hiram Art. Shout outs to Lex Will. Get into the root of it all. Shaman, right? Y'all go check those brothers out. They're always dropping information. You know what I mean? Like that raw information. You know what I mean? Shit to make you sit back and just think. Right? I want to get into Esau, right? You know, this been something that I've personally seen been coming out a lot lately. You know, is Esau our brother or is he the white man? I've also had so-called white people hit me up, you know, and straight out ask me, you know, why do they consider us Esau, right? Because, you know, it's confusing to them. And, you know, I can understand why, right? When there are twins that's born, right? It's from my research at least, it's next to impossible for one to come out a specific way and then another to just come out completely different. Now, when I say completely different, I'm talking about no similar features, right? Because of course in complexion you can come out different, right? But at the end of the day, there still should be some similar features, right? That's just like with this whole 12 chart thing. You know what I mean? You have 12 children. They all should at least still have similar features, especially if it's from the same father, right? I personally know, you know, a group of brethren and sisters that I consider family. You know, we just call them the stewards. There's about a good 9 of them, right? They all came out different complexions. You know what I mean? Some are brown skin, some are a bit dark brown skin, and others are lighter, right? But they all have similar features, and if you used to see a picture of them all smiling, they all have the same damn smile, right? So when it comes to twins, definitely it's from, like I said, from my research, it's almost next to impossible for another child to just completely come out just different, like completely different. You know, I have twin sisters, right? They're younger. The oldest twin, you know, she's thicker, while the youngest twin is slimmer, right? They're not identical, right? But they still have similar features. You could have them be next to each other and you can tell that they're sisters at least, right? So, you know, this whole Esau is the white man, knowing the particular so-called white man that they're comparing Esau to, it's questionable. You know, it's like how? You feel me? You know, I'm about to give another example. You know, my boys, they're not twins, you know, but this is just another example as far as like similar features, right? So, you know, that's my wife. You know, got me some Trinidadian love. Anyway, that's my oldest. That's my youngest. As you can see, my oldest, he came out a darker, right? With some smoother hair texture as my wife, right? Smooth but yet still thick hair texture, right? While my youngest son, right, came out lighter with my hair texture, right? Now, they have different complexions, different hair texture, but yet they have similar features. Look at the nose. Look at the way the eyebrows are shaped. Look at the eyes in general, right? The ears, right? So this is just another example, right? So if it's twins and they do come out two different complete complexion, then there still should be some similarities when it comes to the features, period, right? So let's get into this. You have Esau, right? Proper name, masculine, comes from Asa. So let's check out Asa. Asa, short definition, means handled, right? To press, squeeze, right? That's the prime root of that word, right? Now, what's another name he went by? He went by also Edom. Edom, another name for Esau, older son of Isaac, right? Also his descendants, right? So whoever comes from him, from here on out, will be Edomites, right? It comes from the term Adam. The word of origin of Edom, right, is Adam. So let's check that out, right? To be red. Now, most people will be like, you see, because all babies come, all white babies come out red. All right, well, fact check, right? Babies in general, right, will come out either red or purple due to the oxygen level, right? I don't remember, full details, but you can basically look that up. That's the reason for babies in general coming out either red or purple, right? It's because of that reason, not because he came out red and that's the white baby because they turn red. No, it actually wasn't for that reason. The reason being is because you come out either red or purple. It has to do with the oxygen level, right? Like I said, I don't remember the details, but you go fact check that and look that up, right? Word origin, used from unused word, to be red, right? Dyed red, which can be great in color or bad in color, right? Red, ruddy, right? When we go down, is to be dyed, made red, ruddy, right? To show blood. Remember these terms: blood, red, ruddy in general, right? So when we look up the red definition of a color at the end of spectrum next to orange and opposite violet, as of blood, fire, or rubies, right? Red color or pigment, a red thing or person in particular, right? They give you synonyms, which is this, scarlet, vermilion, crimson, ruby, cherry, right? Wine, blood red. All right, so let's move to the shades of brown, right? Shades of brown, the context, one being red, brown, web color, brown. These are your shades of brown. Now, isn't that a form of red, right? So if I was to click that so we could get a close-up, isn't this a form of red? Like red wine or red blood? Right? These are your shades of brown. So now that we're on the whole red thing, let's look up the term of images for red bone. I apologize, for these type of images, but this is basically what showed up. Now it's interesting, right? Because when you type in red bone, right? Look at the colors that pop up as far as the Google images. Right? Notice these colors. Look at the women, right? Notice the colors, right? Now, it's funny how they have these searches up here as well, right? These are like extra searches that you can check out, right? So they're giving me, let's just check out black person, right? So-called black person when we click it. You know what I mean? My apologies, but this is just what they're showing. But look at the tone. You know, and don't look at the white man and you know, if they show like white people images and be like, oh well, you see. No, just look at the images of the so-called black people, right? And think of people names such as the comedian Red Fox, Red Man, you know what I mean? If I was to type thick red bone up here, more images of women like that would pop up, right? Malcolm X, street name from before, Detroit Red. You know what I'm saying? So when you think of things like that, you have to take in consideration of how the term red was actually being used in general, right? When Esau was coming out, right? And you know, they you know, a lot of people would like to pull up this scripture, Genesis 27:40, where it says, "By the sword you shall live, and your brother you shall serve. But it shall come about when you become restless that you will break his yoke from your neck." And they, you know, they would be like, you see, because from here we was in slavery, but then after a while, you know, we were released from slavery. But that doesn't necessarily mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the white man, right? Because not for nothing, how many brothers during that time, right, sold you out, right? How many brothers right now probably sell you out, right? Because if you actually really hanging on to this, then it you know, it kind of playing part with Deuteronomy 28:33, the curses of Deuteronomy 28 in general, right? The verse 33 specifically, when it says, "A people whom you do not know shall eat up your produce of ground and all your labors," right? And you will never be anything but oppressed and crushed continually, right? So, a people we do not know. Do we not know Esau? Right? If it's a people that we do not know, then this can't technically apply all the way to the white man, but it can apply to the brothers who helped the white man to just keep us down, right? Think about that. A people whom you do not know. That's just something to think about, right? And if you know, if you understand, right, that it's a possibility that the land is over here, right? City of David being Peru, right? Because, you know, I'll get into that another time, because I have a lot of brothers be like, oh, that doesn't make sense, because where's this and where's that and where's this and where's that, you know? And my replies is always, well, why don't you help me figure that out, right? Because I'm still learning. You know, we're all still learning as we you know, push forward with all this, right? But anyway, if you believe that the land is over here, right, City of David being Machu Picchu, right, then you will take in consideration of Esau Indians, right? Lex will actually drop that off, and just take a look at the images of Esau Indians when you pull it up, all right? Take a look at that, all right? So, you know, but that's that's if you you know, understand or even, you know, believe the proof that's been going on lately. But that's another time. Let's move forward. Other names for niggers, right? Don't ask me how I found this site. It kind of just dropped. But moving forward, you know, here we go. Red bone. Red bone. That's for the light-skinned Negro. You know, the Negro that's more that's more light tone in complexion, right? Like I said, Detroit red, red man, thick red bone. You know what I mean? Comedian Red Fox. These are things you have to really, take in consideration. Try to understand, as far as with the term red, how the term red was being used in general. Because if if Esau came out red all over, then that basically played a part on his oxygen level. You know what I mean? And if he was hairy, then that just mean he came out hairy. You know what I mean? Let's not act as if there's not hairy Negroes out here. You know what I mean? I got a little taco meat on my chest. Feel me? But anyway, I hope this I hope this helped in some sense. But we're some hard-headed Negroes, stiff neck. So you still gonna have some Negroes out there that's gonna be like, nah, no, because you see, and just completely ignore, everything that I just dished out. But anyway, peace and power, love to all. Be easy.